Live at 5, it's offer review, and some pretty important data mines are coming in. And the main thing is that we're getting a patch soon. So either one of two things. This means that we're going to have a patch midweek next week, which patches usually come in on, let's say, Tuesday or Wednesday, depending if they're on schedule or not. If not next week, then it'll be the following week. And we're getting some data mines showing what the preview is. So it says... Commander, a new Marvel Strike Force update is coming soon, including 4 new playable characters. So I feel like we have an idea of what those 4 characters are going to be based on rumors. We know for sure one of those characters is going to be Rogue and an unknown Unlimited X-Men. And there's a lot of speculation on which that character will be. And then 2 more characters. And the rumor that I keep hearing consistently from a lot of different people is some sort of Asgardian. Maybe it'll be... Jane Foster Thor or something like that. So if I were to guess, we're going to get the 2 Unlimited X-Men, and then we're going to get some sort of Asgardian. We will see. I know for sure. A new raid. So I don't know what this is. Now, this is going to be a big deal, getting a new raid. We have not had an update to raids in a long time. And if we go back to the 5th, the 6th of this month, there was a blog post where it said streamlining raid content. And they said that because they've been adding more game modes like Cosmic Crucible and so on, they are going to streamline raid content in the next patch. And so they said coming up in the subsequent release of version 6.2, players will be able to have a significant amount of manual input currently required in the several of the raids. We'll have more details to share as we get closer to the release. So I think this could be one of 2 things, or maybe both of these things. They did talk about a start raid on auto option, and other games have that. Where you probably have done this, where you wanted to do a very simple raid, you go into battle, then you forget because of the loading screen, like you went to go do something else, and then you come back and your phone has timed out. And so there's this idea that you could have it start automatically on auto. That way, if you forget or if you're not looking at your phone, I think I've done it. I'm sure a lot of people have timed out on accident where they just left their phone open and forgot to hit auto or something like that. The second is potentially a sim blitz. And sim blitz, it depends on how they do it. A lot of people, I think, want it to be like a 3-star thing. Like once you've 3-starred the raid, then there's a way of simming it real quick. But there was a development tool feature that was enabled, I want to say it was like 2 years ago, for about 10 minutes, where people could sim the raids, kind of like you could sim blitz. Now, that is not going to be good if the way that worked, and if this works the same way, which remains to be seen, that would not be good for the Doom raids, because you really can't sim the Doom raids, with exceptions of maybe possibly some of the Web Warrior nodes, maybe the Mystic nodes with the Eternals and the New Warriors. Maybe you could sim them. I'm not really sure. I don't think it would be a 100% situation. Maybe going forward, we will be able to sim them, right? I don't know. But I think that would be useful on some of the Greek raids where they're, I play them 90% of the time on on Blitz anyway. So maybe what this means is we're going to get a new sim raid feature. We will see what that looks like. But the thing is that they said that we were going to get some streamlined raid system that would lower our screen time in some way. And now we're finding out that we're going to, in fact, get a new raid, new event campaigns. That's not as surprising. I believe that's a normal messaging that we have all the time on the various event campaigns that we get. So that's not too newsworthy, rather. Let's go on. Does anybody remember that one game mode, Tower? I think from my point of view, I think more people are interested in Pocket Dimension. I think this is going to be something that happens every other patch or maybe something like that. So I'm hopeful that next patch we'll have Pocket Dimension and or Tower. I think people like Pocket Dimension more than Tower from the feedback that I've received. I don't necessarily want those to all be running at the same time that I'm doing a Scourge event. We will see, because the Scourge event, in my opinion, was a lot of time, but I actually didn't mind doing it as much. The resetting the nodes over and over again was kind of annoying, but it was something to do. And then also, let's keep going on. We've got maximizing event milestones. So I just wanted to bring up this post. A lot of people are working on Victory Blueprint, and this is a kind of a helpful post if you want to approach it in a certain way with your alliance, where you can optimize the amount of points you get. The war energy and war credits is where the majority of the big points are gained. Some people I see focus on spending campaign energy. It's actually not very efficient to go focus the campaign energy route. It's more about war and participating in war and increasing your war participation, which is what the most of this post is mostly going to be about. Purchasing max war attacks, purchasing war credits using Stark Tech if you have extra. So we talked about this in yesterday's video, where you can actually use the Stark Tech to buy the war credits, and that counts as earning credits. You get points that way. Buy extra energy in the store, the one to buy war attacks. If you don't have enough energy, don't be scared to refresh the store to buy more energy. You're talking about the Blitz store right there, so you can spend it for max points in that war. So this is something that I do almost every day, is I have to refresh the Blitz store so I can do max attacks. So it does cost me, I don't know, I want to say 200 cores per war for me to refresh the Blitz store to get more currency so I can do max attacks. And max attacks means that right at the start of the war, I have 4, and then I can do 4 more. So, I can do right out of the gate 8 attacks right when the war starts. During that time, it's better the alliance leaders to don't focus on winning, but rather letting alliance members to gain max war credits by winning their war attacks. So this is kind of interesting. Put your crap war defense team, and this is just a suggestion by this post. If you have that way, you have the best offensive team to attack. No matter how good your attacks are, you're probably going to lose the war and have better chances to meet a weaker alliance in the next war, but a high chance that everybody in the alliance will get max attacks wins and gain max war credits. Downside is you'll probably drop down a league. Upside is everyone who's active will get easy milestone points during this event, and that'll give you enough blue ISO 4 credits so you can start working on your Quake like me. My goodness. Let's go on. A-Force 5th Mentor. So this is a lot of speculation about She-Hulk. A lot of people says, notice that the most popular A-Force comic has the She-Hulk front and center. Guess who has a show coming out soon? That's right. It's going to be on Disney+. Looks like it's going to be live action. Looks pretty good, actually. It's going to have Hulk in it for sure. My question is wondering why they didn't include her in the team. My guesses are she's getting her own team in a few months. Yes, and this has been speculated that there's going to be a Gamma team, something to be made like with Red Hulk, Hulk, She-Hulk, and so on. So it would be like a 5-man Hulk team. The rumors are that it might be a war offense team. It could be a horseman in one of those 5 characters for sure. Spot maybe is reserved for Rogue. I likely see her being with Gambit Unlimited X-Men. That's been confirmed, so I don't think that's happening. They want to make the money as possible, and not including her in a new team was the way to do that. I believe that's 100% true. That's what Scopely do. I think that's just best practices when it comes to business to do things like that. So I think there was a post that talked about all that. Anyways, we will see. Let's go to offer review and take a look. We've got a couple offers worth considering, and we'll take a look at it right here. First things first, we've got a Disco Diva offer. She is going to be released very similar to that of Spider-Woman. So it's a month-long event, and that is currently has already started. So it's going to play out very similar. And then Gambit will play out the way that Nico played out. So this offer right here is I value these at $3 a piece. They give a minimum 6, maximum of 180. Oh, that's very rare. And they do average about 9.3. I value them at $3 a piece. So it is what it is. That's a little bit more. Rollin' Rebel Bundle. So this is going to be the Disco Balls, which is the equivalent of the A-Force emblems. So this is for the Dazzler event. It's nearly identical from what I can see to that of the Spider-Woman event last month. And the difference is they got these. This is not an orb. It's kind of confusing. Looks like an orb, but it is not an orb. It is just a currency for the event. Anyways, no interest in that myself personally, because I think that we can wait to the end of the event if you're going to purchase offers, and it's possible depending on how if they do those one core offers and things, and by a lot of participation in other events to actually get through this event. Let's move forward. T2 level 4 ion offer. Boy, that's super expensive. So. I believe that it takes 750 and 15,000 to upgrade a single character to blue ISO 4. And then it also takes 200,000 blue ISO energy, the normal ISO, the blue. So anyways, this is basically you know if you bought this offer 3 times, you could take one character to blue ISO 4, which gives you an overall stat increase of 12% on health, focus, resistance, and armor, and then 10% on damage, or 2% on damage rather. 2% damage, 12% on the other 4 stats. I don't see a lot of value in that. This is a little bit of reason why I was annoyed with what I did with Quake, because I spent about 300 of this currency. It basically was a $50 error. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't need to know. It doesn't matter. Just forget I even brought it up. But anyways, let's move on. Victory Blueprint Daily Energy Offer. So this is going towards the event that is running right now, that's based off of Campaign Energy and War currency, and that. So that is running right now. I'm not going to be doing this. I think the main thing is to get the earrings in the event. So do what you got to do to get the earrings, because the earrings will give out a chunk of the disco balls for the Dazzler event. Let's move on. And we're going to pretty much skip over pretty much all these offers. They're nice about spelling out how many you get right here. So this counts for 4,000 points on that event. Right here, this counts for 29,000 points on that event. And there you go. I'm not going to be purchasing any of these. And then we talked about these offers last couple of days. I'm okay with this if you're a purchaser of Elite 5s. It's very pricey, but it is what it is. This has a value to me in Boomer Bucks of about $9. So if you need those items, that might be worth considering. And then this is only good if you like premium orbs. I think veteran players don't really like premium orbs that much because it's mostly Ultimus food. Legacy 2 orb, this is not the offer I like. There's a different offer for Legacy 2 orbs, which is a high source of nutritious T3s, where it's actually $5 and it has 100,000 fragments, and that's a better way of doing it. So I'm not a fan of this offer necessarily, and I believe we are in the garbage section of offers. So we're going to scroll past this, and I think it's important to check for the one core offers, because they popped up intermittently throughout the month, and that was a good source of finishing last month's event, which was the Spider-Woman event. But if you want to finish the Dazzler event, you got to catch all of them. So be on the lookout for that. Let's go to the free-to-play account. We're going to just scroll through all of these quickly and bypass all the duplicate offers. And we're going to take a look at this. We got a one-man army offers. This is multiple man. Still not super big fan of multiple man's kit or character. Just saying 50 character shards for $20 seems high. I think that $5 would be a more reasonable price. And then we've got the rest of the X Factor team. We've got Shatterstar right there. $20 for 45 character shards seems kind of pricey. Also Longshot. Also, this is my own personal take. I've actually been a little bit frustrated with them inside of Cosmic Crucible because they do get quite a few war offense bonuses. So they don't play out the same in Cosmic Crucible. So I've overestimated them, if you will, and they've let me down. And I've heard a lot of other people say the same thing. And I finally moved them to defense because I don't want to deal with that. Also, Cosmic Crucible starts tomorrow, the first attack round. So it's unless you're checking all the time or someone tells you, but that will be happening tomorrow. For me, it runs Friday through Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the event's over. Technically, I believe it finishes up Monday morning. So be on the lookout for that. All right. And then we've got Polaris. It is what it is. Hand team. So I think the only use for them is that relic event. I don't know if it feels like the relic event rewards are a little bit outdated. I wish they would rework that. I don't know if they will. We had a whole conversation about that on Twitch today. I mean, of course, I'd like for them to rework, but I don't know. And I guess to a lesser extent, you can use Nobu and Hand Assassin as a Phoenix unlock, but relatively uneventful team. Who knows if they'll ever get a rework, but they're not great. This is a pretty terrible team overall. Do what you got to do. And then we've got Kitty Bride. I wish that was $5. Then we've got a Sinister Six team. Again, seems relatively uneventful, but I believe you can unlock Invisible Woman and Shuri this way if you wanted to. This kind of takes you down a path of helping you unlock 2 legendary characters. I guess Visible Woman is, there. I don't know how important those characters are overall. The word legendary doesn't mean what it used to mean, but they're still pretty good characters. Let's keep going on. And then we have the Guardians raid team. Oof. This is not a good team right here. Drax has limited use because he's a pre-taunting tank. I've seen people. I've actually been seeing people do that in war. Like if you don't have, you have Darkhold, right? But you don't have Dormammu. A lot of people, instead of putting Scarlet Witch, they're running Red Guardian or Drax on that team. That way, Weapon X won't have a chance to use the ability block on Morgan Le Fay early. They're kind of stuck attacking into the pre-taunting tank, which is Drax. So he does have some use sometimes. I'm seeing him use a little bit. I don't know. It is what it is. But anyways, this is also, I guess, could be used for today's raid. But that's a hard sell to say just buy this for today's raid. But anyways, these are just old characters, old teams. If you want to get them upgraded and up and running, there you go. And then that about do it. I don't think we have anything else. We're just going to scroll down to the bottom real quickly, see if there's anything else here, and we'll wrap it up. So tomorrow is Friday blog post. Hopefully we get more information tomorrow about what we're talking about for next patch. Maybe we'll get some details on that, and we will see. So I'll be on Twitch early for that. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and keep on gaming. Bye for now.